What is up, everybody? We are back at it again with another episode in the main event. I know it's been a good minute, but you know how life is sometimes. Like, life can kick you in your behind so many times that you fall off course sometimes. But we're back at it now. It's your host Kyrie Wrestling and your boy Dennis HBK. We're here to talk about the Royal Rumble reactions to the Royal Rumble, that happened this past Saturday. And I just gotta say, Royal Rumble was crazy Saturday. Like, this is probably one of the best Royal Rumbles in recent memory. Like, honestly.
Yeah, this is the best Royal Rumble I've ever seen.
Best one you ever seen?
Why not?
I ain't gonna say the best one I've ever seen, but it's one of them. But you know, opinions beg to differ.
That's a one of the best.
Like, if we're gonna talk like my favorite Royal Rumble, I don't know. Cause I can vividly name my favorite WrestleMania. I can vividly name my favorite SummerSlam, but I don't know. My favorite Royal Rumble, it's been a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I was saying one of the best Royal Rumble they ever produced. For Triple H first year, putting the card together.
Wait, what you say?
Like Triple H said, also he couldn't do about it. He had sponsors, talent, crew members, and everything.
Are you saying like Triple H? Like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, Triple H is doing a job and put the content out there and elevating his superstar talent day by day.
Bro, Triple H has just been smashing it this whole time. I'm not even gonna lie, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Like since he's taken over creative from Vince McMahon, like Raw's been very watchable, SmackDown's been very watchable, all WWE's been watchable. And like Triple H, the thing that I noticed he's been doing, like that makes him different from Vince McMahon, he's investing more into the roster versus Vince McMahon would invest more into the part-timers. Triple H is just like, no, we're going to give the shine to people who are going to be there the next day.
Yeah.
And that's oh, wait, go ahead. What were you saying?
That's how I agree. Some of the stuff being said back then, I agree, but the way Triple H is building Roman Reigns after this left, to elevate this man to be one of the
it's just a refreshing change of pace. Like we're seeing wrestlers that we deemed underrated finally get brought to the forefront. Like guys like, let's just say Ricochet, for example. Ricochet's been in a prominent role, which when Vince McMahon was controlling things, he could barely get TV time. Well, we got a viewer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Enough Solo. I can't see the name of the person who says it, so if you could just tell me your name, as you come in, I'll shout you out.
Okay, about Solo. I love the character. He beat himself. He's not a prominently member of the bloodline, but he shows he can beat himself and his talent, and that he's not in the shadow of Rob, his cousins, his brothers, and his that he's for them after everyone.
Wait, what you say? I couldn't really hear you.
I said Solo proving that he's not in the back of you of the Louis family.
Solo Sikoa is like the black sheep of the family. Like, oh, yo, it's Brian from our Facebook chat, our Facebook wrestling chat. What's good, bro? What you been up to? I know you enjoyed the Rumble. Rumble was lit. The way you were popping off in that chat. But yeah, but what was I saying before? Oh yeah, Solo Sikoa, like Solo Sikoa is just his own man. He gives me vibes of young Umaga, especially since he's been doing the Samoa Spike. But I've been saying that before he was doing the Samoa Spike. Like Solo, like he could go big.
Solo, the next few years, as WWE, but for him start as mid-time.
I can't really hear you. What were you saying?
Okay, you clear now?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Okay, yeah, I was saying that I could see Solo being mid-eventer in a few years, but for now, I say build him up a little more.
Oh yeah, you don't want to rush Solo.
Yeah.
Don't want to hot shot him and shove him down people's throats. That's the mistake they made with Roman. But you know, Roman is recover from that.
Yeah, and
man,
yeah,
Gunther
you build him up, so when he takes someone like Gunther,
oh wait, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said what I would do is I'll build Gunther up, have him win it WrestleMania, get Solo up as well, and book Solo to be Gunther at like Extreme Rules or some.
Man, Gunther needs his flowers. Hey, listen, we gonna get there in a second, because we about to start talking about the matches. And the first match was the Royal Rumble, where Gunther entered at number 1. And I just got to say, shout out to Gunther. This man, in his first Rumble match, he showed up and showed out. He lasted, 76 minutes in the match? He set the record?
Yes, he did.
I'm just like, bruh, like... I was saying this the other day too, like, Gunther might be the best big match wrestler the WWE has right now. Like, when you need a show stealer, Gunther is your man. He's your guy.
Yeah, Gunther.
Yeah, I'm just like, I can't say enough about how great Gunther's been handled since he's been on the main roster. I was scared for a second because when he came to the main roster, it was still under Vince McMahon's control, but I was just like, Triple H took over, and I was like, okay, he's good now, because I was scared Vince McMahon was going to turn him into a comedy act or something like that. And I was just like, a man that talented, a man that good, and you just going to turn him into a comedy act? I'm just like, dawg, we can't be doing that, Vinny. You're going to have to see me.
Yeah, one thing I like of how Triple H booked the Royal Rumble is he just stick any random people in there.
Yeah, like it wasn't a lot of like legends entrances. Like I said before, he focused on the strength of the roster that you have in front of you right now.
Yeah, just look at the entry 1 and 2. Gunther and Sheamus.
Yeah, you already know when you get those two together, it's going to be fire.
Then you have
the Miz,
other rivalries.
The Miz was in there. He was a man.
Yeah.
Hey, it was the second year in a row that Kofi botched he botched his Royal Rumble save. I was like, Kofi, it's time to stop doing that now. You've had a bunch of good ones. You had a bunch of highlights, but nah, it's time to retire that. Just focus on winning the match. And I like Brock Lesnar's little rampage after he got eliminated by Bobby Lashley. Like I'm just going down the line. Rey Mysterio. I remember Rey Mysterio was supposed to be in the match, but he didn't. The storyline was Dominic Mysterio attacked him. But from what I read online, like I think Rey had an injury. That man stay getting hurt. I mean, I know he's older now. Rey's like, what, 47 years old? But I don't know.
Yeah, the one thing I would have did instead is enter like breaker or middle eight or
showcase some of NXT's
yeah.
future. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm cool with that.
anything. The two people that should have been there was Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker.
And you know, and then Logan Paul. Logan Paul had a good showing. That moment when Logan Paul and Ricochet they collided. They both jumped on opposite sides of the ring off the top rope. They both collided into each other. I thought that was pretty lit. It looked stupid at first, but in execution, it was pretty lit. Like Logan Paul, like that man's the truth. Like every match he's been in under WWE, and this is like what, his fourth match, his fourth time being in the ring. He smashed it every single time. Like I really hope we get to see more of Logan Paul. And what I think is going to happen, I think it's going to be Logan Paul and Seth at Mania, which I'm completely down for, because you know Seth is going to just be Seth either way. So, and then you put Logan Paul in there, and like we saw some of the crazy stuff Logan Paul can do in a match. Like, it's going to be lit. It's going to be, like, if they fight, it's going to be epic, no doubt. And, what were you saying?
That's another difference I see it. WWE is now just random thing. I like wrestling. Bringing people that got the love and affection and want to help build up this company.
Okay. Oh, what was I about to say? But the men's Royal Rumble is pretty predictable to me because we all know the Cody Rhodes vignettes. We all knew he was gonna come back and win it. I said this way back when. I said it that once he returned, I was like, if they let Roman's title reign go for another year, Cody's going to be the man to dethrone him. I've been saying that. You've heard me say that since last summer. Even when he got injured, I said Cody's going to be the guy to take the title off of Roman.
Yeah, it's a smart idea to book the biggest deal and the biggest of the company.
But some people will argue that another person should dethrone Roman. We're going to get into him a little later.
But hey, I wish they announced it. I'd rather get clients, even though I knew that.
And then, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about the men's Royal Rumble match. It was a pretty solid match. We had a lot of great highlights. We had a lot of teasers for WrestleMania, which is always good. Like, they're planting the seeds already. One more thing I forgot to mention that I liked about the match was the Gunther and Brock Lesnar face-off. Because that's a dream match of mine. And not at WrestleMania, because I feel like Bobby and Brock are going to go at WrestleMania, but if they can have Gunther versus Brock Lesnar somewhere down the line, I'm all for it.
Yeah, that match will be a home.
It's going to be a barn burner. But what was I about to say? Okay, but that's all. But that's all for the men's Rumble match. That's all I got. You got anything else you want to say about it?
No. Covered every time.
And then the next match was the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, where WWE was trying to get that money from Mountain Dew. They were in their bag for this match. They all it was Mountain Dew everywhere, and they even had Mountain Dew right in the middle of the ring. I'm like, get that money, WWE. I ain't mad at you. But the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match between Bray and LA Knight, I really like I liked the match. It went a little too short, but like the visuals, like the LED lights all around the arena and Bray Wyatt's face paint glowing, like I really liked that. It was unique, it was different. Like, and LA Knight, he had the neon trunks that like glowed once the lights went out. They had the glowing ropes, and like you couldn't see like you can't, like, they had lights shining that you couldn't see when it was regular lights in the arena. You had to wait till they turned the lights out for you to see them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know what I like. You get what I'm trying to say. I just can't get it out right now.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, like, it was short to the point. And it was funny because I looked on Twitter at the Uncle Howdy stuff. So, like, as soon as that match was over, I went to go get a drink or something, and right when I got back, the Uncle Howdy stuff was already over. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do going forward with Bray, but I'm just like, there's more interesting things going on right now. No disrespect to Bray, I like Bray, but this storyline is a little confusing for me. Like, no disrespect to LA Knight either. Like, he did his thing. LA Knight is very underrated. He's great on the microphone. But I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say the feud was underwhelming. Like, it stretched a little too. It stretched a little too long for my taste.
Yeah. Bray over.
Wait, you
Bray returned in about October.
yeah, he returned in October.
And they finally had their match in January.
Yeah.
At times I was confused of what the Ace plan was. So I'm his character escalated and he get more clear on what you're trying to do.
And I think the thing was, like, it was confused. How can I put this? Like, I think when Bray returned in October, like, we were just like hype. Oh, Bray's back. Hopefully they have him. Hopefully, like, WWE uses him right. And once the novelty wore off, we were just like, man, it is what it is. Bray's just gonna do the wacky Bray stuff, and we just gonna wait and see how they string it along. Like, that's how I am right now, but I'm not giving up on Bray just yet. I think Triple H is going to do him the right way. I'm going to do him justice. We just got to wait and see. It's just like, just don't prolong the feud for this long next time. That's my 2 cents on it. Like, you already said what you had to say about it?
Yeah.
Alright. And then the next match, Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title. Yeah, like, Alexa Bliss, it looks like she's going back through her crazy phase, like Bray's possessing her again. I didn't really think too much about this match. Like, no disrespect to Alexa and Bianca, because they're both talented and they're both really good, but I don't know. Like, this match just didn't hit for me. You know what I mean? Like, it was just there. After seeing the men's Royal Rumble match and then like being intrigued by the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, it was just that match that was just there. Like we had to take a break, take a breather, get our energy back. Like it just existed, honestly.
My thoughts on this match is, like you said, Triple H starts with a banger of 30-man Royal Rumble match. Then you follow with 2 matches that's is good, but it almost to say it makes it look. It's supposed to build up and match after match, and it's supposed to be great. But the match was good, but in my opinion, I think it should have been better.
True.
I was anticipating like Alexa Bliss, she down, lights cut off, and you.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Like Alexa, like Uncle Howdy came out there and like it was just like a little like vignette, a little video clip, just taunting Alexa again. Yeah, like I said before, like I'm just waiting to see where this how this Bray story is gonna pan out. Like I'm willing to go along for the ride because I'm a huge Bray fan, but it's just like I don't know, like we just gotta wait and see. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then the next match was the women's Royal Rumble match. Yeah, Rhea Ripley came in at number 1. People have been giving me hell about calling Rhea Ripley mommy. They think I'm simping over her. I'm like, I'm not simping over Rhea. I'm just calling her by her nickname on TV. Don't get me wrong, Rhea's a gorgeous woman, but y'all think I'm simping over her. I'm not. But yeah, she entered at number 1. Liv entered at number 2, and I think it was the first time ever, like in a women's match that or you know what? I could be wrong. It could be in men or women's Rumble match where both entrants came in at number 1 and number 2, and they were both 1-1, and the other one was a runner-up. We did, like, you know how you were talking about with the men's Rumble, like they should have put more NXT talent in there. Like the women's matchup, they had a little bit of NXT, like the women's wrestlers in NXT. Like I know Roxanne Perez was in it, Indy Hartwell was in it, and was Zoe Stark in it.
Yep.
Yeah, like so they got some shine. Like I'm a huge Roxanne Perez fan. Like she's the future of the women's division. Like she gonna go big once like she gets in the main roster, and hopefully Triple H is still booking at that time, and Triple H can really do some good things with her.
I agree. Well, one of my favorite parts of the match was when Asuka came out in her own ring.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that next. Asuka came out there with her Kana face paint on for back in her days in New Japan. Bruh, that was crazy.
Hey, when I saw that, I knew it was gonna go down.
I'm like, Triple H, thank you. Thank you for everything you've been doing, because I know he's about to do Asuka some justice now. Like, she didn't win the Rumble match, but you know, I'm confident. Like I feel like she's gonna do good things. We just gotta wait and see. But yeah, that was a great thing seeing her with her face paint on. Damage control in this match, they just did their thing. They were the stable that just dominated everybody in the ring until Becky Lynch came in, wrecked house. I think she eliminated Io Sky and Dakota Kai, and Bayley eliminated her. And I forgot who eliminated Bayley, but yeah, that was funny. Another thing I noticed was Doudrop was finally got her name changed back to Piper Niven, which I'm happy about because Doudrop was a stupid name anyway, but she did the best she could with that ring name and the character and all of that. So I'm just happy that she's back doing what she's doing. Like she's back to her Piper Niven character from NXT UK. And hopefully she could get some shine too because she's an underrated worker.
Yeah, Piper Niven in the UK.
Huh?
She was in Piper Niven in the UK.
Yeah.
She was one of the dominant women.
Yeah, like she was the truth down in NXT UK.
Yeah, but I'm love of the man.
Oh yeah, Chelsea Green made an appearance, and she got eliminated right off the bat. Like she broke the record for the shortest time in a Rumble match. That was funny. I was actually happy to see Chelsea Green because like she was underrated for her time when she was in WWE originally, and I caught a little bit of her work in Impact Wrestling, but yeah, like I just thought she never got a fair shake during her first time around. Like she had a lot of promise, but like I thought she would have a good showing in the Royal Rumble. WWE hit that Uno reverse card on us real quickly.
One part I love about the Royal Rumble was when Michelle McCool music.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about Michelle McCool. Yeah, she didn't look too bad either. For her to be retired and she hasn't wrestled full time in what? Over a decade? Yeah, Michelle McCool didn't look too bad. I'm like, go ahead, Mrs. Calloway. Do what you do.
Then you got entrance like B-Fab going in there too.
Huh?
Then you have B-Fab going in there as well.
Yeah, B-Fab didn't last too long. But speaking of B-Fab, bruh, what is up with Michael Cole roasting Top Dollar every chance he gets? Like when it comes to Top Dollar, Michael Cole just wakes up and chooses violence every single time.
Hold on.
I'm just like, yo, Top Dollar isn't even in the match. Why does he gotta catch the smoke?
The iconic return.
Like, don't get me wrong. When Top Dollar did that botch a couple of weeks ago, when he tried to flip out the ring, I was roasting the whole time too. I was like, this is what happens when you order Keith Lee on Wish.
Yeah, but we can't forget the return of Pat McAfee.
Oh yes, sir, brother. Pat is back.
Yeah.
You think he's going to compete at WrestleMania this year?
I would love to see.
I'd love to see him versus Logan Paul. That would be crazy.
Yeah, Logan Paul and them two will do good match.
Right.
Hey, that's fun.
And we got one more match to review, and it's the one too. It's the match that everyone gonna be talking about from the event: Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Like this is going to be the match that everyone remembers mostly from the event. Like I knew it was going to be a good one, but earlier in the show, like Roman told Sammy, "Hey, you're going to be out there with me tonight." Like it was basically, he's like, "I don't trust you, so we're gonna see if you really for the family or not." Like, give him another loyalty test. And he said Monday night before that it was going to be his final test. But yeah, like, the match was what it was. Roman showed off his offense. Kevin Owens showed off his offense. Kevin Owens always puts up that valiant effort when using the babyface role. They did the referee is down spot. Kevin Owens hits a pop-up powerbomb. He should have won the match 1, 2, 3, but the ref was out. Triple H. I said Triple H. Why Triple H was be talking about me? But and then Roman, he just went into savage mode near the end of the match. He speared Kevin Owens through a barricade. He slammed Kevin Owens' head on the steel stairs, not once but twice. I think he did it 3 times actually. Like, he just beat the snot out of Kevin Owens near the end. Spears him 1, 2, 3, and then and this was the best part of the whole Royal Rumble. The Bloodline come out, look like they're about to welcome Sammy in full time, and Roman's like, "No, not yet." They beat the snot out of Kevin Owens some more. Sammy is forced to sit and watch. And then they handcuffed Kevin Owens to the top rope, but they just brutalized him some more. And Roman's about to deliver the final blow, and Sam's just like, "Roman, stop. He had enough. Like, just chill out." And you know how Roman is. You don't want to talk back to the tribal chief. And Roman, he's just like, "I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. Prove your loyalty to me." And then Roman just got up in his face, made Sammy feel all uncomfortable. So I guess Sammy was just like, "I'm not taking this anymore." And he hit Roman in the back with the chair. And what I really loved about it is Sammy sold that chair shot the same way he sold Seth Rollins' chair shot when Seth Rollins broke up the Shield.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. The match between KO and Roman, you have the prize fight. The man that never.
You say he never quit?
Yeah, Roman, who didn't try to push on him, but on Jewish base, you gotta build a character. They build Roman up like and match was good, like you said.
Yeah, it was good. Like Roman and KO, they're gonna give you a banger.
Yeah, KO always was a good man, and he just doing good selling and taking the fight to Roman, showing that whatever you do to me, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna give it that times hard.
Yeah.
And then you got Sammy in the corner, like I said, happy like which side will be.
Yeah, but I already knew this was coming.
But like you said recently, this is some great storytelling. When Sammy hurt his arm, losing the Shield, I think it was. Then now, after then you have Sammy missed the money plan to cash in on Roman. Story after of Sammy trying to get the respect.
Yo, let's not forget Jey Uso. We gotta give Jey Uso his flowers too.
Yeah, we can get that last.
Yeah, Jey Uso. Like the way the way he just sold that as well. Like the facial expressions. Like he actually made himself cry. Like had tears streaming down his face. Like Jey Uso. Like he's underrated in that part. Like gripping you in emotionally. Like, and he walked away from the bloodline. Jey Uso was like, "I'm out. I can't do this no more."
Yeah, you basically got the role first.
Huh?
When you basically got the role first. When Roman faced Jey, Jimmy did not want to be part of the bloodline. Now you got the reverse now.
Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy. Like it's all coming full circle. The bloodline started with Roman and Jey feuding. If you remember way back when, like Jey, it all started with Roman beating Jey into submission. Like, okay, I'm finally going to join you. Like, I acknowledge you. And now Jey's just like, no, now I see you for your true colors. Like ain't nothing changed about you. Like. I'm just sitting here like, this is amazing storytelling. I like all the callbacks.
Yeah, but you can't forget about the turn crew, my dad.
Huh?
We don't even know what Solo plan is in this whole thing.
Yeah. I think Solo's just going to do Solo. Like, he's going to remain loyal to Roman. I could be wrong, but... You know, I don't think Solo's going to betray Roman. But I think at WrestleMania, like Roman's gonna walk in where he completely isolated his whole family because like his ego's gotten out of control and he basically just gonna be like he's gonna become paranoid. Like he's gonna think that everyone's out to get him. Like you remember in Avatar when Azula like after May and Ty Lee betrayed her, and she just started becoming mad paranoid and thought everyone was against her. She couldn't trust nobody. That's how I think Roman's going to be.
Yeah, between now and Fastlane, you can have...
We don't have Fastlane, it's Elimination Chamber. But I get what you're saying.
Between now and before Mania, you can have the bloodline starting to disintegrate within...
Oh, yeah.
You have, not currently right now, you have Jey Uso. But
I can't hear what you say?
I said you have Uso one half of the undisputed champion out of the bloodline. And now it's time for family to be choosing who's who will be in. So, like you said before, I think this will be Roman going to the himself, and he do not know who he trusts anymore.
Right, I think it's gonna be like Roman's alienated everyone from the bloodline, so he got going alone now.
Just like about years ago, when the Shield went against the roster. He even cared with his cousins.
Yeah. But what was I about to say? But yeah, like basically like that was peak storytelling. I love when WWE does stuff like this. You could tell Triple H has definitely had his hands on this particular moment because I don't think Vince McMahon would have booked that to perfection like Triple H has. Like that was just peak storytelling. Like the entire Bloodline story, it's going to go down as one of the greatest examples of long-term booking.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
And remember I said earlier, like, someone else should dethrone Roman. Like, I'm happy Cody won the Rumble, but I really like, if you really want a good payoff, Sammy should have a hand in ending Roman Reigns too. Like, honestly.
Yeah, Triple H.
Because, like, Sammy's the most over wrestler on the roster right now.
Yeah, Triple H is basically booking and showing the bloodline as the most dominant faction in history.
Yeah.
You have them going against people like Drew, Sheamus, Kevin Owens. Then you have tag teams. You have the big
The Street Profits.
Street Profits.
You had the Brawling Brutes, RK Bro,
and
McIntyre, Sheamus.
They basically dominate both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
So beating up everybody, pumping war with everybody on there.
Am I reaching if I say I put the Bloodline over the Shield? Well, no, I might be reaching because the Shield just hit different. I don't know about that. We'll probably have to visit that in another couple of years when we look back on both stables, because I might be a little biased because we're living in the now with the Bloodline, but it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like,
from my opinion, I prefer the Shield over the Bloodline because they basically like the same, rebel against everyone.
Yeah, but
and
go ahead.
They rebel against everyone and coming out on top. Everybody afraid of them.
The thing about the Shield, though, they just never had a compelling story. They just went in the ring and they just wrecked people. That's all they did. Like the Bloodline, it was layers with it. Like, it was a compelling story. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way they put on, yeah, friends turning on friends. Yeah, problems in the bloodline. So for months, Jay and Sammy ain't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Jay is confused which side it will be on. Because he get Sammy.
Yeah, the Jay Uso is a whole wild card right now in the Bloodline. We don't know where that's going to end up at. Like, we saw the Sammy thing coming, but we didn't see the Jay Uso walking out part coming. But like, I love how he was conflicted because he came out like in the beginning he didn't like Sami Zayn, and then Sammy slowly but surely won his respect. And then he even called Sammy his brother. He's like, I love you like a brother. I'm just like it's great. Like, there are layers to the story.
Yes. As soon as he had hit, I literally thought he was off his elbow for a triple out of nowhere.
Like the Bloodline exploding, it's gonna be a fun story just to sit back and watch.
Yeah, now the rubber pads, you gotta be setting up some major matches, making it like potentially Rhea versus Bianca.
Oh yeah, like as far as like
that?
Rhea Ripley and Bianca goes, like as far as who Rhea Ripley's going to face, it could go either way because her and Bianca, they could reignite their old NXT feud, but with Charlotte, they could bring up, Rhea Ripley's never beaten Charlotte 1-on-1, so you know, it's a lot of ways you can go with that too.
Then we got versus Roman more like.
Huh? What you say?
I said Dan Neville versus Cody. That's his title fight. Because I was reading that they're working on flipping him out the WWE in the tournament. But we'll see if this happens in the future.
Oh, really? That's. Well, we'll just have to wait and see on that. But I think that's it. I think we covered everything.
Yep.
I think we covered everything we were supposed to talk about. And Raw's gonna be on in a couple of minutes, so I'll sit back and enjoy that. And we'll probably have a reactions video for Raw tomorrow for you guys. But until then, that's it. That's all. This has been the main event. Subscribe. Tell somebody that you know. Tell everybody and their mama. And that's all. We will see you guys next time.